You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
Young man got
There you go.
Yeah,
hey, look, man. Yeah, man. We live right now, folks. I don't even know what the are y'all surprised? Saturday evening. You know what I'm saying? We got things to do tomorrow. You feel me? So we
definitely do, boy. What's going on? What's going on, my boy?
Man, can't call it, man. Great week. It's a rainy day out here in good old Texas. It's freezing, but had the daughter volleyball game today. You know, she killing it. Best girl on the squad. You know, I may be biased, maybe not, but
of course,
yeah, man. So I'm gonna let you get to your intro, but boy, it went down today.
What happened?
The game was so my daughter's team. I guess volleyball is the best out of 3 games, right? They played 3 games. Well, it's best 2 out of 3, and so the first game, my daughter team smoked them. I mean, smoked them smooth. Second game was close, man. The other team won. It was like the point you go up to 25, so it was like 25 to like 23, something like that. Close game. Last game going got by like 5-6 points. We going. Then next thing you know, the score person started arguing with the other team coach. Mind you, these girls is 8 and under, like 9 and under, whatever. They started, well, bitch, you can see me then, bet. So the girl leave out, whatever, and a young coach go out. So my daughter's team, they have them there. They're just like doing like little jumper jacks, waiting. So the girl come back in on her phone, talking loud. You know what I'm saying? And the other coach on the other team, so they had 2 coaches. The other coach, she was like, "What? You got the right one? You got the right one this time?" Ooh. I said, "Fam, come on! Like y'all 2. Everybody else is just like, what in the hell going on, fam? Like nobody. It was about a point missed, or like she missed giving them a point or something like that. And man, it just went left. So next thing you know, the girl leave, the coaches go outside. So now we got all these little girls in the gym. So me and one of the other parents, one of the other dads, we was like, look, y'all stay inside. We want to go outside, see what's going on, because it was the end of the game. And we're like, we gotta go. So we went outside, made sure it wasn't nothing popping off and all that. But it was crazy. These parents are tripping, boy.
Yeah, I know. That's even when I was coaching basketball, when we first started this, I was doing like the coaching for the 12 year old teams. And bro, you would see the parents, yeah, they were really into it as if somebody's out here getting paid. You know what I mean? So I just, some of these parents and some of these spectators sometimes, they just got a little bit too much energy. And I just say it gets out of hand too fast, man. Luckily, cooler head sounded like it was able to prevail. Nothing escalated or got bad between them, which is good. But yeah, man, you know, you can talk about recent situations and you see this and stuff like that escalate. Was that Akeem Talib's brother recently? One of the coaches, he gets into it with another coach on the other team and
here in Texas,
shooting and killing the guy. So yeah, man, you got to be aware of your surroundings, man. Glad y'all were able to step in, get everybody separated, and glad they went outside. Glad it didn't, boil over to the teams or the girls. But
I'm glad too, man, because my jail. Hey, bro, I had my umbrella in the hand, and the light side was on my hand, heavy side swinging. I'm letting you know right now. We leaving the same way we came up in this thing. Believe that. You crazy. But yeah, so nothing happens, luckily. So we were able to leave and all that stuff, man. My daughter's team was afforded the win. because of the other coaches, and I feel bad. I really felt bad for the kids, man, because like you should see their faces, bro, especially the other team, because it was their two coaches, so they're just looking like they're looking baffled. The parents running on court to grab the kids, and the parents acting fool. Our team, we were just like everybody. We kept shout out to Coach T. She kept our players like on the side. She kept them engaged so they could pay attention to her and not watch the spectacle. And our team's parents weren't like, oh, run it. Like it was just very like organized, very calm. So it was cool. But man, yeah. So what a day.
Yeah, mine not as exciting. The family kind of left me here, man, as they went down to Savannah, went to the beach. I had to work, I'm in training for the new job, so I couldn't take off yesterday. But yeah, man, just chilling today, man. Really just relaxing, waiting on this fight to come on. Had to get ready for the prom next Friday. My son prom coming up, man. So we went and got him suited and yesterday. Went and found the cream. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell her what it is, but it's cream. He wanted to go off white. So the vibe.
Hey, I did that too, my boy. Hey,
I did.
Can't go wrong.
So yeah, I have pictures. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? If you knew better, you do better.
Yeah.
Back in now time. But yeah, we'll have pictures next week, man. Some video and footage of him. I don't know what vehicle he's gonna take, but he got a plethora of choose from the family. So it'll be fun, man. Can't wait. Prom season this time of year, man. It's always the pageantry, the prom. It's always fun to see. So, kind of take you back to your prom. You know what I mean? First time you talk about it, like, dang, I remember going to the prom in the 8th grade. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the play prom, but it wasn't a prom, but it was a prom. But now the 8th grade proms are treated just like the high school prom, man. I gotta go out and spend buku money, get the photographers and the whole nine.
Where's Tony at?
Right. That's what
Give him a t-shirt.
Borrow that camera. He rent out cameras, so I might as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Had got it, but no. Yeah, man. Been a cool week, relaxing week, man. Training has been the only thing I really been focused on. Learning this new job, learning this new position, getting used to the new times. If anybody know me, they know I'm not a morning person at all. I typically don't start my day until like 10 a.m. But now having to be up at 6 to get to work at 8 has been an adjustment. So it's cool though. It's been an adjustment in my bank account too. So it's okay. It makes up.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you can do whatever. Just pay me for it.
There it is. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Spring games popping off today. I think Florida State I seen have a spring game. Let's talk about the college ball. Transfers, of course. A lot of people are overreacting to this transfer portal thing, and we're going to talk about the rule changes of the transfer portals. But I wish people would kind of get in tune as to every transfer kid does is not always because they didn't like something. It's not always because the coach did something bad. It sometimes simply is a numbers game. You know what I mean? We don't have the scholarships to keep you. And if you can go somewhere else and get a full scholarship, why would me as a coach try to hold you back when I know you're not going to be able to help me or help your situation this year on my team? So I just wish people would get out of this bashing of the schools when the kids transfers
and the bashing of the players.
Of the players too, yeah, man. Sometimes these kids have to do what's in the best interest for them.
Sometimes they ain't got a choice. I mean, they have a choice, but they ain't got a choice.
They ain't got a choice. You know what I mean? So we had 2 players transfer out. We had a wide receiver leave, and we had a running back leave. More concerning to me was the running back leaving because in the SEC, me and you both know, bro, you go through running backs. You know what I mean? If you got to get 4 running backs, you might be one short of what you need to get through a full SEC season.
Yeah.
So, I just look at it as if I hate Paul had to go. He was going to be a dynamic running back wherever he goes.
Just talking about him last week.
We were just talking about it last week.
I was like, dude, the boy beast.
We were looking at, we had the highlight, we played highlights for him, everything, man. But, that's how the cookie crumbles, man. We were at 87 scholarship players. We only had 85 to give out. I knew 2 people were going to be leaving. I thought it would be someone in the cornerback room for Georgia. Kind of shocked it's coming from the running back room. Seeing as how we got a couple guys that's coming back. Talking about Harris here. Seeing as how we got
Humphreys.
Humphrey. I said Harris, my bad. Seeing as how we had a lot of guys coming back from injury with some question marks in the running back room, I didn't expect to see a departure from that area. But I wish him the best. The kid's gonna be solid. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Georgia State with JaVale McGee, or he goes to Syracuse with the other with Coach Fran that left Georgia as well. So
that'd be good.
I think he'll land on his feet, man. What y'all got going on in Gatorland?
Man, we had a kid hit the portal, man. The kid Nunnery, he was I want to say he's a redshirt junior. I want to say redshirt sophomore, maybe. But yeah, he was the one that, if you remember the play against Missouri when they hit that deep bomb over the middle, and there was a player that was jumping up trying to reach for it. That was him. He went out. Of course, he went out upset. He made a post like, y'all blaming me for that play. It was a dumb call and all this stuff. It's like, look, man, I know you're frustrated. Then he was like, you bought me, and then you try to put me on the edge this spring. It's like, fam, you hit the portal in January, didn't get no traction, so you came back. They welcomed you back and was like, look, you're not going to be playing this edge position. Like, you're not going to be playing this linebacker position in the middle. Like, you can try the edge. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay, we'll work with you. But if you want to chase what you want to do, you can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And I guess he decided that he wanted to leave. And, we linebackers usually been a question for Florida as far as depth-wise. We good. Like, we straight, and we young, but it's like 2 linebackers per grade, you know what I'm saying, per level, senior, juniors, freshmen, and they're all sideline to sideline guys. So, guys, when you start to be real with players, and that's another thing, like, shout out to staffs who be real with players. Like, they could keep them and promise them stuff and lie just to keep them, or they're like, look, yeah, it's realistically, bro, you're probably not going to play that much. Unless barring some serious injury somewhere, you're not going to play that much. So if you want to hit the portal, I'll support you. And that's what Billy did. So I don't see many other portal kids. We haven't had anybody that was like anybody of name. I think like maybe like one backup, like a walk-on kid that got a scholarship over like fall ball or something like that. But nothing. So that's one thing, the testament to Billy and relationship building. Hey man, we don't have a lot of kids running to hit the portal. We, of course, ETN was a big name, but the ones that hit the portal, it makes sense. You're like, oh, you're a senior. Okay. Oh, you're a redshirt junior who's never played. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some of them boys want to go experience winning in their career college football. So
then they shouldn't be leaving, of course. You know what I'm saying? But we got guys that stayed the whole time, like Derek Wingo, man. He's a senior. He might be a redshirt senior. He's never been a quote-unquote starter. He was a 5-star kid coming out, and he stayed through the transition. And, yeah, man, these kids is real Gators, man, relationship built. So shout out to them. And, yeah, man.
There's a couple other guys in the portal, man. I wanted to get your thoughts on kids that jumped in the portal. Coach Pride, Deion Sanders, has made some headlines the last few weeks. And then, this kid, what's his name? McClain, man, he's been
North Philadelphia born.
I really want to see it. Well, how do I say this without being offensive? I guess he's had a lot going on during his recruitment, and then a lot going on during the first year of his tenure at Colorado.
Absolutely.
At one point, he couldn't get on the field. People were asking about him. He's such a highly rated defensive back. Prime, all DBs want to go play for Prime, quote unquote. That's what they say. So what do you think about the situation now, man? Him transferring out after his first season. Prime kind of, I would say, throwing him under the bus and throwing no shade at him, but Prime kind of saying that, his kind of more on him and his work ethic than more than anything. What do you just think about the whole situation, man, with McClain and CU?
Hey, man, when he was a recruit and it was like the Florida Miami thing, it left a bad taste in my mouth as far as like how he handled things, because he was a Florida kid. He told our coaches he was coming, like literally was like, yeah, man, I'm coming to y'all. I'm coming to y'all today. went on and committed to Miami. Everybody's like, all right, so that's what this kid's about. Cool. Well, he committed to Miami. Then when it was time to actually sign, he didn't show up to the thing, didn't tell nobody he wasn't going, just didn't show up to his signing day party, wound up committing to Colorado. So it was always drama with him. And these kids nowadays, just an example, man. Like when these kids, I don't want to say like prima donna, but these kids are that guy, right? Especially when you're the number one player in the nation, everybody's kissing your ass. That's what it is. Everybody's kissing your ass. And when you go to somewhere and the coach isn't, and he challenges you to be better, and he challenges you on and off the field, and he challenges you to try to bring it out, that's what Prime does. Like you can see that that's what he does. Everybody doesn't respond to it, especially when somebody's being told for the last decade that they're God gift to football. We see it every year. And I don't know why these kids don't realize there's been one of you every class. There's a all world player, and we've never seen anything like it. Yes, we did. We saw one last year, and the year before, and the year before, and the year after you, and the year after you. There's always going to be a new guy, and you hate to see it. And like Prime said, hopefully he goes to a team that challenges him, and don't just
BS. For it. And I don't just say that because I'm a UGA fanatic or UGA fan. I just look at the way Kirby coaches. I look at the DB room we already have, the leaders that are already in that room, and the ability for him to actually get legit playing time and legit have a chance to compete for probably their third job, their slot job.
If you saw him playing, did you watch the games?
No, wait a minute, hold on, time out. I watched them games, but I also watched the rest of Deion's team get their head busted open too. So I think it was more of a coaching, more of a. And I know you might be talking about like the effort on the play. I think all of that's tied into coaching, bro. I don't know that anybody on Deion's staff was able to resonate with this kid. You took this Florida kid, or he's from Florida, right?
Yeah.
And you took him way to Boulder, Colorado. That don't work for everybody.
You got to be a certain type of dog, right, to handle a coaching from Kirby, especially a DB. You got to be a certain type of dog to take coaching from a Saban, especially a DB. These guys are on their DB's ass. Isn't the DBs with UGA the only group that don't rotate?
Yep. And these DBs at UGA are going first round pick. Give me a first round pick for them to put out. So while you sit here talking to me crazy like this, coach, show me what you've done, coach. Coaching wise, I don't want to know about what Prime 21.
I mean, you gotta give Prime time to get, like you said. Kirby was the defensive coordinator at Bama for 10, 11 years.
Deion don't have none of that. Deion don't have none of that on his resume to be sitting here going at somebody crazy.
But you knew that when you went there.
You knew that, but you probably didn't know Deion was coming at people like that, bro. You probably thought it was something different.
You thought it wasn't. You thought you was going to be special, and you weren't going to get it. And no, you're not.
He probably wanted that Travis Hunter treatment. I want to be one of your sons too.
Hey, perform, show up, be accountable. Believe me. So I mean, I don't think if he goes to UGA, I think he'll be a guy that you be like, dang, remember that year Cormani was number one. Now he can go to like a USF, UCF, and be that guy. Corey Raymond's back in LSU. He's trying to recruit him back. I don't know how you try to recruit a kid after he made you look absolutely crazy, but
because again, these are teenagers you're dealing with. You got teenagers, don't you got a teenager in your house?
Yeah, preteen.
Oh, you ain't got one yet. Don't worry. Wait till you get one. I got one.
Oh, he's on. Wait
till you get one, my boy. Teenagers will flip.
Oh, just I know. Like that.
1 minute they love honey buns. Next minute you buy them, they sit in there for 2 months because they don't like them no more. So I'm just saying, you never know. I just say all that to say you never know what a teenager's thinking is dangerous.
You risking your $1.8 million job on that?
He got another one, didn't he?
Yeah, he went back because nobody else gave him a call.
I'm just saying. He knew. He always knew. Some of these coaches probably always know they can go back somewhere. And get
but I mean, but shout out to Cormani. Hope he does well, man. I don't wish nothing bad on the kid, but I can't say that I didn't see this coming.
So what about no? I know we talk about the portal. We just kind of freestyling. The Alabama kid transferred out of Alabama to go back home to Iowa. He leaves Iowa after the spring game and goes back to Bama. And now I think he's in the portal again.
No,
Or is he staying in Alabama?
No, he hit the portal and he officially entered the portal to go to Bama.
What's his name? Proctor?
Caden Proctor. Man, I don't know. The investigation that's going to pop up and and see what happened in a year or two or by the end of the season, that's weird to be like committed, leave, go to other school, enroll, hit the portal again and leave. And it's just like, that looked a little crazy on Bama part. But again, teenagers, right? And when you don't give them any structure with the portal, what's up, Jacob? When you don't give them any structure with the portal and you tell them they can just come and go as they please, this is what you see. This is you're going to see guys.
Is this what we should get used to from now on with this portal and transfer portal? These kids transferring 2-3 times.
Hey, your relationship, like it's like us with Pup Howard. Pup Howard loved Florida. You know what I'm saying? He came here. He was coming here a lot. We thought we were going to catch him. He went to South Carolina because he, committed to them initially. He felt, that he needed to go. We kept the relationship with him. He hits the portal. He's back. Like you can't even stop recruiting kids when they go to their school because they're going to hit the portal. And it just talks more about you recruiting your own kids. Like not only do you have to be a relationship guru, but you also got to have the money to pay these kids to stay or to come. Then you got to have the relationship that make them feel like they can stay. Being a coach right now in college football, man, shit.
So this portal changes. You can not only are you able to immediately play now, regardless of whenever you transfer, you also have the ability to transfer, like you said, as many times as you want to. So now they got to put some dates in here, though. You can't be transferring mid-season. You played for Georgia last week. Next week you playing for Florida in 2 weeks. You got to put some changes in it. And you got to be able to make some type of rules and dates. It has to correlate also with the early signing period that's going on because we've seen how that affects stuff.
And they just changed that again.
Man, so where are we going with this transfer portal, bro? Are we really going to a point where it's honestly a year-to-year free agency? Like you're going to have to recruit your whole team every year.
1,000%. You're not necessarily going to have to recruit the whole team, but you're going to have to recruit kids that are one of two, right? It's going to be one, the kid who outperforms his deal, who outperforms the expectations. Then you're going to have to recruit the kid who is disgruntled. And in that case, for us, Trevor Etienne, the disgruntled, and you can say Princely, who outperformed, right? You pay him a certain amount. You might be paying him $120K. Hey, man, I'm an all SEC player. I might be picked to go second round in the draft, second, third round, but you know what I'm saying? Clearly, I'm a difference maker. You're going to pay me. And those are the two players that you have to re-recruit. The guys who stand out, who go over and beyond, and the disgruntled guy who has the talent, but it's just not. They're just not happy in their situation, and that's a lot.
Yeah, it's the same concept. I think with the coaches too, though. There's never been a rule or never been anything in place besides the contracts, and they break them all the time and do buyouts. Coaches can leave when they want to. Coaches can come as they want to. Coaches can tell a kid, hey, we want you here. I need you as part of my school. I need you as one of my building blocks for the next 4 years. And then within that same instance, within that offseason, that coach is going to a whole nother school. So you used to always sit there and hear that kind of argument, like the coaches can leave, coaches can make promises and leave. Why can't the kids? Well, I'm cool with the portal. I love the transfer portal. I just don't think you should have an unlimited number of times you can transfer. And I think once you get one free transfer, and then after that, you should be able to have, sit out a year before you can play again. I think that was cool. I think that gave you an ability to say, hey, I need to make sure I'm going to the right place this time because I'm possibly about to lose 2 seasons. Because if it doesn't go good at the school that I'm going to, I've lost a season. And then I'm going to have to sit out another season to get ready to play again. Right. So I think it made you think more about where you wanted to go for your next choice. But again, what if the circumstances and the rules change for the kid at that school? Coaches get hired. Position coaches come and go all the time. Me and you both see that. We talk about position coaches. We just talked about the dude from LSU, position coach. Who you said? What's the Raymond? Coach Raymond. So same situation. He's going. He's coming. He's went to 2 or 3 different teams over the last 2 or 3 years. I guess now he has the ability to have people follow him. So I don't look at it as something that hurts the game. I think again, like you said, it's adding another layer or another level to the coach's ability to maintain his team, and you're gonna have to recruit all year long. Like you said, just because a kid is going to another school or committed to another school, guess what? You can't go ahead and you can't sit here and say, "Hey, I got to stop recruiting you," because guess what? I might need you next year. I really might.
Right, and not only that, it's like yes, why people can quit their jobs whenever they want. You can, but a lot of times you can't go to the competition. Sometimes they have a non-competition clause in your contract that you sign when you get hired. You know what I'm saying? When coaches get fired and hired, there's a buyout. Is it always a big deal? No, but when you fire a guy like a Dan Mullen, you got to pay him $20 million. Yes, that's going to be big news.
Jimbo got 75.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that situation, like you were saying, Steve, the one free transferred anywhere you want, and then the second one, have to sit out a year. Then, unless it was a circumstance like I'm transferring because somebody's in the hospital, that can be verified. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake them hospital. I mean, yes, you probably could, but the work to go through that like it's more work than needed. You know what I'm saying?
They out here, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it has to be some level of checking. Like it got to be like a system check, checks and balances.
You got to have checks and balances. If not, it's just like we doing what we want to do. It's the wild, wild west in college football, and that is true right now. Right now, there are no rules to this recruiting. There are no rules to the NILs. There's no structure. There are no boundaries, like you said. So hopefully, man, we get something soon. It'll be interesting to see where college football goes in the next few years with the super conferences being talked about, all the money when it comes to the TV deals. It's going to be very interesting, man. College football may as well be an independent entity as we know it after a while. It may not have an NCAA. So
that's the way it's going. It's looking crazy.
All right, man. So first overall pick. Now, when you think about the first overall pick in the NFL, you think about the first overall pick in the MLB, think about the first overall pick in any other sport, you automatically pop up in your head and be like, boom, that person's life has changed. They're the first overall pick of a professional sport, right? No, not with the WNBA. The WNBA, I'm sorry, this is going by today's standard. The best college player in the world going to the WNBA, she's technically lower class, salary-wise. If you're just looking at what she makes, she's not even middle class.
Especially depending on where she live at.
She's not considered middle class, bro. Not from her salary. Just think about that. The number 1 overall pick in the WNBA, her salary, she is not considered a middle class American.
Right.
Just talking salary-wise.
Maybe in Indiana, but luckily she didn't get drafted by the New York Liberty or the Atlanta Dream or the LA Sparks. She had to take out a loan just to live.
Man, so WNBA players, man, compare the salary, bro. Put that graphic up for me. Drop that graphic. Let's take a look at these salary, man, and just compare the salary of the WNBA first overall pick to the NBA's rookie salary scale. Look at this. Look at the difference. Just the rookie salary, just year one alone, is just astronomical. It's something got to be done. There got to be some way to balance this out. I ain't saying that the girls should make exactly the same thing as the guys. Not saying that, because I do believe in viewership matters. If you don't have the viewership, you can't put up the advertisements. You can't bring in the revenue. That's just true. That's just the world we live in. Nothing you can do about that part. But this is ridiculous, my boy. Look at this difference. Bro, she's making $76,000, a little bit over 76.5.
And you see where the biggest difference is on these charts. That TV contract and league revenue.
That's it. That's exactly what I started this conversation off with. That's exactly why I said advertisements matter. Viewership matters. Viewership. No one's paying attention or no one's tuned in to a typical game, then guess what? The ads don't make sense for me to put money. It doesn't make sense for Budweiser to give me $1 billion for an ad if nobody's going to watch it. So
right. And that's when we used to see like that WNBA teams having logos all over their uniforms. That one year, I was like, you don't even see the team name. That joint have JetBlue, Nike. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And that's very disrespectful, man. Like she's only making $76,000, bro.
That's crazy.
Like as a number one pick, one that's going down as top 5. They're going to argue that she's top 5 players of the year, WNBA. College players of all time. All that extraness. Nothing. Now,
that's true. I can't say that. So should we, like you said before, with my father-in-law, should we combine the game, bro? We got to combine the game. You got to put the women game before the men's game. That way you share this revenue. You share this, because how else do you fix this, bro?
I have no idea.
That TV contract is a different. That TV contract and that league revenue, that's the whole difference in the world, though.
I don't know how you do that, or maybe it has to be something, because there's no way, looking at this graphic, that it makes sense. This is when you go back and you talk about Angel Reese, when she was like, I make more money from NIL than I would going to WNBA. And now we see why. Because a rookie salary is 76. She got more than that from the Revlon commercial. She got more than that from her Reebok deal, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these girls that's getting this money in the imagine how much money Juju's about to make in the next 3 to 4 years. Juju might be the first college woman with a Jordan brand deal type thing.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nike, Sprite, like Gatorade, like that's legit. And then you want her to go play for $7,000?
So how can these brands put so much money into these individuals, but they're not putting the money into the league though? Because it's got to be more girls out there with some personality that you can market just like Caitlin or just like Angel Reese. It has to be more women out there who feel like they should be getting this money before these new girls, because they've been playing in the WNBA for a few years. What's her girl name? Asha and
Asia Wilson.
I knew you knew it. Yeah, I see her come out and make a statement. You know what I mean, saying that some of these deals are kind of crazy. Talking about the Ice Cube deal. And then you got the Ice Cube thing. Look at Ice Cube offering this girl money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a problem. I don't know how to really fix it. I would love for somebody to give us an idea or give us a way to get this fixed or get this kind of fair, even a little bit more. Because I don't think she should be making less than $1 million for the record. Period. Y'all can't get it up to the point where they make at least 1 to 2, 3, maybe $4 or $5 million. Wemby got 12.
Bro, I don't understand. And like you said, why can't they take that advertisement money and make it a whole WNBA? Because league-wise, it's easier to push one player than it is to just put your money on a league.
Yeah.
It's just easier for them. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna put $10 million behind a campaign for Caitlin Clark.
I said that too. Now, when Shaq said that to Candace Parker on TV about lowering the rim, she said she was offended. She really got offended. She got in her feelings because she felt like that was an insult to the girl or to the women. To say that they can't play on the same rim as the guys or the same.
They don't use the same ball.
They don't. I was going to say that they don't use the same ball. So lowering the rim, I don't think would be any slight to them. But that's the way she took it on TNT when Shaq had made that suggestion. Candace Parker kind of got in her feelings.
Right. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. The women excitement is getting there, but like people still want to be the casual. Once they be entertained, they don't care about, oh, look how the chest pass and the way they did that, the rotation, the pick and roll. Look how pretty that is. Nah, they want to see breakaway. Candace Parker going down. Angel Reese throw it off the backboard. Oh my God, Gritty going back. And that's what people like seeing. Like, that's what they like seeing. So hopefully Caitlin Clark, when her shooting threes from the logo in the WNBA, does something. But it's crazy. I did not know it was that low. I didn't know it was that low.
Man, look at the breakdown. Look at it.
I didn't. When I saw this, I was like,
bro, that's crazy. In 4 years, she hasn't even made what? She ain't made $1 million, bro. She's barely over $250,000 in 4 years.
And this is why Brittany Griner was over there in Uzbekistan or wherever the hell she was playing basketball.
Shout out to the women.
Yeah, shout out to the women. Jess, we need to find a way to I don't know who to go. That must be Drake with the purple shirt. I'm just playing.
Hey man, why? Oh, time out. Hold on. I'm sorry. I know we deep in this sports. Why they do my boy Quavo like that? Now Chris Brown know he wrong.
Hey,
now
man,
Chris Brown didn't have to do that. Now Chris Brown about to start something. Chris Brown about to start some East Coast, West Coast beef. It's about to pop off because put like this, we're about to see how much the Migos were really liked in the music industry. Because this could be fatal. I'm just being, and y'all know me. I love Atlanta. I love everything about Atlanta. This could really be fatal for them boys. And I feel bad, man. Brother got his nephew got killed not too long ago. Him and Offset still ain't back. And now you got to stand up on your own, bro. On your own too.
Against C Breezy. He can rap. Chris be rapping.
Come on, man. All right, let me get back on topic though. But
yeah, man. So I'm going to make it a point this year, man. I'm gonna go to some WNBA games. You know what I'm saying? Go to a game, man. You got a door, even if you ain't got no door. Like before, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take my daughter. Game. No, man, just go to some games, man. Pull up, get some merch. You know what I'm saying? Support as much as we buy J's and KDs and Kyries and stuff, man. Get me some Asias, you know what I'm saying? Get me some Sydney Colson joints. You know what I'm saying? Like you see a lot of guys like rocking the WNBA hoodies, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. So yeah, man, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna go to a couple games, man, just to show support, man, because that's crazy.
Yeah, that's man. Crazy. So college football made a few more changes. We talked about the rule changes with the NCAA transfer portal. They made changes to the actual game itself, the on-the-field game. They made changes to the on-the-field product. The NCAA will now implement a 2-minute warning. So just like the NFL, when you hit 2 minutes, there will be a stoppage of the clock, an automatic timeout to announce a 2-minute warning. They also have now they used to be on the sidelines doing all the little signs and signals and holding up the signs and doing all that. Don't need that anymore. Now you actually have communication coming through the helmets of the quarterbacks, just kind of like the pros is how they do it in the NFL now, bro. What do you think about the changes being made for the NCAA?
Yeah, like 1,000%. About time. Because I think with college, were they allowed to have? No, they weren't allowed to have any helmet that stuff. They do that in high school. It's weird, bro. Like teams be having the headsets on the joint. You can come Talk to him. I think you could do it up to 15 seconds left in a play call or something like that. So about time, man. Jesus, like Lord have mercy. About time. 2-minute warning. I think it's good. I never liked the not having a 2-minute warning. The same way where it's like basketball, not high school basketball, like they don't have the 24-second clock on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a problem until it's abused. You know what I'm saying? Until where it's like you're using that to win. Like you can be 3 minutes, you can have 3.5 minutes left in a college game and milk the clock. Like
really, once you hit below 5 minutes, that's it.
That's
If
it.
you don't have no timeouts, the other team don't have any timeouts in the college game. Yeah, you could really sit there and milk the clock, and you could really run it off within the next few plays, get the first down, and it's over with. So, yeah, I always like this. It adds more to the strategy of the game. You know what I mean? You have to be now strategic. Coaches now have to implement this 2-minute rule. You have an actual 2-minute drill type situation now. And I think it'll be better for the NFL as well. You're grooming quarterbacks now to go ahead and be ready and be in the system. The communication portion. You're used to somebody being in your helmet now or in your ear. Instead of you looking at these signs, it's a duck over there, a shoe, P. Diddy, something on the sign. No Diddy, excuse me. Yeah, no, but no Diddy. But it's just better communication. I think it'll make the game more cleaner and faster as well. But it is going to be an adjustment.
Shout out to Michigan for making this happen with the Sonic stealing of the signs.
And that is exactly why this is happening, because Michigan's out there stealing signs. They putting people on the opposition sideline dressed in the opposition's paraphernalia just to go ahead and steal signs. So yeah, I think this is going to be better for the game. I don't think we'll see a big difference, watching the game wise, except for that 2-minute warning. I think that'll be, that'll be huge actually when it comes to strategy.
I'm looking forward to, teams and implementing this helmet system and maybe not using signs so much, and then coming to the swamp on a Friday night at 7:30 on August 31st, thinking that you about to use this speaker in your helmet, and you sitting there going like this. And they're going like this, come on, I can't hear, because the deafening crowd. So that's going to be amazing to see, like, when they can't hear that speaker, because they can't hear it in the NFL. And damn well in the SEC, you go to some of these Ohio states, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna be able, you can't even hear yourself talk.
Yeah, so, for real. No, that's serious.
It's gonna be amazing. Oh, and they implemented sideline tablets. So the same way we see Tom Brady over there looking at a tablet, seeing the play, smashing it. Now the players can come over, Beck right after he throws a pick. You know what I'm saying? He come over, look exactly why, looking at the rim like, man, I thought I could get over top of, Jakeem or Castell, and he got a pick. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good. I'm pretty sure we'll see Billy break a few tablets before the end of the year is over with on the sideline. So.
Probably.
Oh, man. But yeah, we need technology, man. You got to use it. I think quarterbacks and other position players are grateful for the ability to be able to rewind the play and watch it live. Instead of them, they used to have the paper and be going through like the photos on the sideline. So yeah, I think it's good for the game, man. It's technology. Why not use it? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
What's up, KB? We were just talking about y'all.
Well, you were talking about Miami. I was not. Oh, man. Let's see. I have not. I have did something yesterday. They didn't come out too good. I have not. I have been. I got on such a good winning streak with Prize Pick, right? I got up, and I've been striking out since. So I kind of slowed down on it since the. I slowed down a little bit, Pops. Man, I haven't either. Me and Pops will call each other, bro, every week and talk about our Prize Picks and line that thing up. And you know what I mean? It just wasn't working out for me, so I stopped calling. So I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna get back on them though.
I gave up. I'm done.
Oh man, what was the last thing we had today? I forgot what else.
Was it a draft? The boxing match. And
hold on. Yeah, that one. We got the boxing match. But hold on, before that, what's up with this dude from the NBA getting a lifetime ban?
Boy.
So you're taking the under on yourself, and you're purposely not shooting shots, or you're shooting them off to miss because you took the under on yourself.
$20,000 cost you probably $20 million.
That's crazy, bro. Is he the first person to get a lifetime ban? I know that there was a referee that got one too.
Yeah. Him back. Pete Rose.
Oh no, I'm talking about for basketball.
Basketball. No, I don't think so.
They need to let Pete Rose. Pete Rose never bet on himself. He never bet on the game that they were playing in. They need to leave Pete Rose alone.
Yeah, man. Automatic Hall of Famer. But yeah, no, I think, hey, they made a clear message. You bet on yourself, gamble, lifetime ban. Whoop, it was real quick. That jump was real quick, done. That was it.
It didn't take long. The NBA came out with this judgment pretty fast, pretty handedly. I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but yeah, NBA came out, man, gave the kid what's his name? Jonathan Proctor, Prater, or something like that. Sorry about that. I can't see the name of that, but lifetime ban, bro. He'll never be able to step foot in the NBA and play another game and get paid again.
That's crazy.
Looking at the thing, they said he took a loss ultimately because he bet more than he won. So it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't like he won a bunch of money doing this. And I think the record showed that he had bet multiple times. It wasn't like a one-time. Porter. So lifetime ban, bro. You think is the appropriate punishment for the crime?
Yeah. You bet on yourself. You purposely affected the game. What you did possibly changed the outcome of the game, directly gambling, knowingly breaking the rules. Like, you're not just gambling and being like, oh man, I didn't know I couldn't gamble on a tennis match. Like, nah, like you purposely gambled on yourself because you controlled yourself. That's the dumbest. Like, yo, I don't understand. Like,
hey, there's a clip they showed when the allegations first came out, and I tried to find it. They show him shooting a three.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't try to hit it, but it hit the backboard and banked in, and you could tell by his face, like, damn, I just messed up my parlay. Like, you can really see it on his face, like, did I really just throw that in? And you can tell, like, at that point, like, yeah, bro, you were fixing games at that point. Now, mind you, he didn't play he's not a huge player. He's not getting a lot of minutes. Does he really? He probably got in at the end of the game, like garbage time. But if your over-under is 3 points, and you take the under. So, I don't know, man. I just think NBA players, sports players, if you're playing in any sport professionally, I don't think you should be allowed to bet because, again, like you said, look at Calvin Ridley's situation. Do we know if he was purposely dropping passes, running backwards, doing stuff to purposely lose the game or win the game? Don't know. Should they be able to wager amongst themselves? Like, hey, man, we're going to beat y'all today. Bet 100,000. Sure. Don't care. No problem. I would have no issues with that part. But as far as them partaking in like Vegas and the gambling, because you're actually in the game, I don't really care for it because I feel like as being a gambler myself, there's some shadiness that could go on. So I would just rather y'all just not do it, period. But if they want to gamble amongst themselves, though, I ain't got no problem.
Yeah, gamble other sports. What do you think?
Well, Calvin really, because because Calvin really wasn't
betting on games that he was directly playing in.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody's ever bet on themselves. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, he's the first person. Let's put that out there. Yeah, this person is the first person to bet on himself, put his own name in a parlay. I'm gonna have another topic. NBA playoffs started today. NBA playoffs started. First round. Let me see if we can pull them up. KB, you ain't got that, dude. You got that right?
I got you in a second.
Yeah. So first round playoffs. The Dallas, was it the Mavericks playing earlier? I think the Mavericks beat the brakes off the the Phoenix Suns. I think it's a bad matchup for Phoenix, to be honest with you. Luka just does something when he plays against those guys, and it seems like they can't really stop him. So I think Luka and Kyrie are definitely built for the playoffs. I think their team is built more of a half court set type game. And that's most of the time what you get when you're watching the NBA playoffs. It's not the wide open. Nobody's scoring 70, 80 points like the regular season. So yeah. I think today, there we go. Perfecto. All right, so Hawks lost. I was hurt by that. Hawks got to make some major changes, man. I'm tired of looking at what I'm seeing.
Go ahead, trade, man. Send him to LA.
I'm not sure if I'm trading Trey or DeJounte. I really don't know which one I would trade.
Y'all just got DeJounte, didn't y'all?
Yeah, but he's probably gonna break. He's on a favorable contract, and he'll bring back a better value. I could probably get more for him. That's why I probably would trade him personally and not trade. But let's go through some of these first round matchups, man. Give me OKC to beat the Pelicans in 5. Give me Dallas to. No, that one Dallas. Oh, I'm sorry, Timberwolves. Yeah, give me the Timberwolves. They beat the Suns today. Give me the Timberwolves in 5. Give me the Dallas Mavericks in 5. Give me the Pelicans in 4. What you got on that west side? What you think for the West Coast?
Man, give me the Lakers in 7. Give me yeah, man. Lakers in 7. Give me I think the Suns will win. I think they'll win overall. So I think they'll win in like 6 or 7. I think the Mavericks will win in probably about 5. And I think OKC will probably sweep them with Zion being out.
Yeah, I can go for that. I don't know about that Lakers. You talking about Lakers in 7?
Come on, man. I'm all
I know
LA
it.
LeBrons.
I know it, bro, but I just don't. I don't know. Put it like this: if AD embraced the challenge and really, really, really goes crazy like he can, they'll win. Their Lakers will win in 6. I can be confident with that. But I think AD has too many lapses in his game, and I don't think Joker's gonna have that lapse in his game during the
confidence. I'm drinking confidence. Takes on the same confidence you got when you talk about Cowboys.
Let's go out west. Out east. The first series, that's a sweep. Give me Boston to sweep the Heat.
I'm not going. I can't give them a sweep. I give them like 5 or 6. Miami's scrappy, man.
That's true. They always are. And again, I think the playoffs favor Miami's style of play too. You know what I mean? They're more of a half court, you know what I mean? Old man ball type situation. You know what I'm saying? They're going to grind the game out. You're going to be 100 free throws shooting. You know what I mean? One of them type of games. But I can see them stealing one. But Boston just got too many talent, man. And then they added Drew Holiday just for this time. Yeah. They added Drew Holiday.
Drew, go cover. Hey, I need you to go cover Jimmy.
Exactly. And Jimmy's hurt. Jimmy has an MCL injury.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's why I said
it's probably sweep, yeah.
Yeah, give me a sweep. Now, interesting series here. Give me Orlando to upset Cleveland. I like Orlando. Young team, don't really know what they're facing. Never really been in the playoffs. But they ain't been in the playoffs. I can't think of the last Orlando Magic team that actually really made the playoffs in what they a 5 seed. So they didn't just make the play in and skip in. Like they're in the playoffs. So yeah, I can see Orlando upsetting Cleveland.
This might be one of the most exciting. This might be one of the most exciting matchups. I don't think either one of them are going to go far in the playoffs, but I think this may be one of the most exciting. Just on a matchup level, it'll be cool. It's going to be good to watch.
Yep. And Milwaukee. So Milwaukee, right? Interesting with this. Giannis isn't playing in the first round. It's just all on Dame. Dame in the playoffs has not always been the same Dame dollar. He ain't been. I remember Pat Bell tapping on his watch and doing like this last time they played Dame in the playoff series. So can Dame do it by himself against the Indiana team that real inconsistent, but they do got some firepower now. Indiana's not a team you can just sleep on. You think you're just gonna roll over and beat. I
Yeah,
don't know about
that
this one,
ugly.
KB. Without Giannis, if Giannis was playing, I really wouldn't even have nothing to say. I'd probably be okay, be cool. But without Giannis in the game, I don't know, man. This might be closer than we think.
Hey man, Doc will find a way to lose.
Oh, and I forgot about Doc Rivers.
Doc will find a way to lose. I don't that coaching change, like it had to be something internal that we just ain't ever gonna hear about because there's no
Allegedly,
reason.
allegedly, and this is the same reason why Griffin, his son, wasn't playing here in Atlanta. The Griffin family allegedly is caught up in like a case, an ongoing case of investigation about a body that was found. So it's a
Okay, that
lot
makes
going
sense.
on with Adrian Griffin. There's a lot going on with his son that played for the Hawks. It's all allegations at the moment, so you haven't had anybody reporting on it. But if you go to Google, type in Adrian Griffin murder case, it'll bring up what happened. And you
Okay.
can read it for yourself. But it's a lot surrounding Adrian Griffin, so I think that's why the Bucks let him go. And if it
Okay.
does come out, then we'll see. It'll be a big situation then. But it's you can't. How can you do your job with those type of allegations surrounding you? You know what I mean? In the type of world that they in. So.
Hey man. They would
The Knicks and Sixers, they're playing right now. I think the Sixers are up by like 10. No, the Knicks are up by 10. I like the Knicks to win this series. Embiid isn't fully healthy. You can kind of tell. He doesn't even look like himself when he played in that playoff game. I haven't seen the game today. We've been doing the show since it started, but yeah, give me the Knicks, man. Give me the Knicks to win this one. And give me the
I
Knicks.
agree, man.
Knicks and Sixers.
I agree with that. I see the Knicks taking this one.
So playoffs, man. We always love it. NBA playoffs. This is kind of really the time of year I start watching basketball. Well, I actually started about 3 weeks ago because the playoff games, the play-in. What do you think about the play-in tournament, though? I know we've been doing it for 2 years now, 3 years. What do you feel about the play-in tournament?
Hey man. Hey, I like it. I like the play in. And especially when it's close. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was like one team that's just beating the other team by like 8 wins, but when it's like a win or two, like all right, yeah, let them scrap it out, let them earn it. Golden State missing it. When's the last time we haven't seen Golden State in the playoffs?
Steph Curry, yeah. Ooh.
I can't remember the last time not having them in the playoffs with a healthy Steph Curry. Yeah,
Is the dynasty over?
yeah, because I don't think you can rely on Draymond being that anchor for your team anymore. I don't think Steph's always going to be Steph. Steph's going to get his. Clay has been inconsistent ever since he came
0
back
for
from
10 last
injury.
game.
0 for 10.
0 for 10, bro. With
0
no
for 10. 0 for 10 shooting. Was it 0 point? There was like 4 things he did here 0 with. And then that's it. Like when you would think about it, man, they usually would have like a nice bench that would, you know what I'm saying? Bosa will come in. Barbosa will come in. They always had Iggy. You know what I'm saying? They would have guys who would step up. That ain't them no more, man.
Yeah. I think it's time. You gotta cut bait with Clay. I think time to let go of Draymond as well. Do you rebuild around Steph, or do you get rid of Steph and get a boatload of first round picks and everything else that you need to properly rebuild? Because you got to think about this too. Steph ain't getting no younger. Steph is 30-something years old. Steph is closer to retirement probably than most people realize.
Right.
Steph has been playing the game now for damn near 10, 12 years?
Yeah, man.
Everybody can't be LeBron. Everybody's not going to play 20 years.
Yeah.
KD is up there. KD is in year 13, year 12. These guys are older. These guys are old. Do you think that this? I know we just said yes, that was it for Golden State. But now, what do you do with Steph if you are Golden State?
Man.
And hold on, and Jacob, I can't agree with you about the play-in tournament because it makes the last 2 weeks of basketball relevant. It makes the last 2 weeks of basketball fun. looking at these teams jockeying for position, trying to get that home, trying to get out of the play-in situation, trying to get into the play-in situation, it really gives you about 4 to 5 teams on both sides that makes their games relevant. Whereas if you were watching the end of the season, those games would not typically matter because everything is set. You see what I'm saying? So not only are you still battling for 7, 8, 9, and 10, there's 4 slots open you're battling for. You still got the home court in those situations that you want to get out of. You want to get out of the situation where you got to play twice just in case you lose. It's a lot of different variables to the end of the season now that weren't there when you didn't have the play in. So that's why I actually like to play in. It just makes the last 2 weeks.
You know how many games I've been to, NBA games, where it was the end of the season and the starters wouldn't play. It would just be crazy. They'd be like, oh, they're sitting out for preparing. Like, nah, like these games matter. Like, yeah, you might see Joker sitting out for a thing, you know what I'm saying? But like other than that, like 5 on down, they're playing because it matters. Matchups matter. Like LeBron's playing the final game of the season because it mattered. You know what I'm saying? They're going at it. So I love the playing, man. Like I said, it's one extra game. It's a win down thing.
Win and go home. I love that. That win or go home.
I love it.
Give you that NCAA tournament vibe in the NBA. You know what I mean? Even if it's only for 2 games, you still 4 games. You still get that vibe of that competitiveness and that win or go home feeling. So I agree. Back to what we were talking about. Damn, I forgot that thing. Hold on one second. I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about the NBA. We were just talking about the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, the playoffs are good. The play-in, I love the play-in. Keep it. I wouldn't expand it anymore. I would definitely keep it at 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think that's a good concept, good situation, good strategy. Yeah, man. NFL draft. Last thing, man. Let's wrap this up. Got a fight getting ready to come on too with Devin Haney, and the prelims have just started too. So I forgot about that. I get ready for this fight that's coming on. Haney and Garcia. NBA draft Thursday.
NFL draft.
I said NBA. Y'all know it 420, man. My bad.
Hey, happy 420 to all the celebrators.
NFL draft, bro. If you had to go to the draft, for one, if you thought you were going to be in the first round, would you go? That's the first question. Would KB want him, his family, his wife, his coach? First of all, would you go? And 2, who would be at the table with you? And you got the 4 people that sit at the table.
So this is me before I'm married with kids. Clearly, I think I would. So for me, I think I don't know, man. Like I don't think it's something special about going on stage. You know what I'm saying, and having that moment. But but
if you got to sit there and fall,
yeah.
You can be sitting there waiting like Aaron Rodgers. You remember Aaron Rodgers sitting in that room? Aaron Rodgers sat there for like 3 days, didn't he? 2 days? Yeah. He had 3 different suits.
Lamar sat to the end. Honestly, no, realistically, I probably would do it at home. Have a big party with friends and family. Because usually after that, you flying out and you getting to work. So I'll probably be with friends, family, teammates. People come through, say my goodbyes, congratulations, see y'all later, and all that stuff like that, man. And just have my loved ones around. But if I did go, I definitely would have my parents, my brother, with me at the table, and then probably my coach probably would be my 4th person.
The girlfriend at the time ain't making. She ain't the wife. She ain't making.
No, if I'm married, then yeah, she got to be like. If I'm if it's today, yes, I would have my mom, dad, wife, my brother there. Kids can stay home.
Yeah, we ain't taking the kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll do that and party and yeah.
So, excuse me. So for me, I'm definitely gonna go. I'm probably gonna have like the loudest suit I could probably find. I'm not gonna have a regular suit on. I wouldn't do the pants and the suit jacket. I ain't gonna go that far. But color wise, it'd probably be something like pastel. You know what I'm saying? Then
One of those, man.
the inside I would have, whatever college I went to, I have my dog because I got to endorse my school. But yeah, I'm definitely. I think the NFL is all about pageantry when it comes to this. Because at the end of the day, they can do this virtually and nobody would care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can do it virtually. They don't have to go do the setup, do the stage, do the pad. They don't have to, and it would still be just as effective. But I love the NFL for this reason. They over exaggerate things. You know what I mean? They blow everything up. They make everything bigger than what it should be. So I agree, man. I love it. I love when they get the kids up there, man. They got the suits on, the chain. Now they got the big chains on.
Right, the watch on.
The shoes with the rhinestones and the diamonds in the shoes. And you get to see who got the endorsements already. And I love it, man. I love it. I love to see these guys go up there. And we talk about Caitlin Clark money compared to what these guys are about to make. And you see the life-changing difference. Caitlin Clark could have made that working at the bank. So
Caitlin Clark is still on Indeed, like.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I love the NFL. You can see sometimes, man, these guys get up there and they get emotional because they think about how this has changed their life, how they can now take care of their family, and how they can do this in certain instances. And I just love it, man. So I be watching Thursday. I be tuning in. I be who got on what. Let me see what he wearing. Let me see what kind of swagger he got. I look at the people sitting at the table too. Like you can tell, like who is the girlfriend? You know what I mean? Who got the parents there? Who got the coaches? Some of them ain't close with the coaching staff no more. So you see the coaches ain't there. Or the coaches, why the coaches sitting at certain table with certain people? See, I just look at all of that and I sit there and analyze all of it.
Yeah.
And again, take it in because it's part of the pageantry of the NFL. One thing I do know I would do if it was me, like when I go up there to shake Roger Goodell hand, we'll already have a handshake worked out. Like me and Goodell would have.
Oh, you must gonna be like a top. You must be gonna be a guaranteed top 5 pick.
Oh, you got to. If you ain't gonna get to sit there and talk to him and do nothing else if you ain't. You know what I mean? He give you that standing handshake, turn around, take a picture, and you go on back to business. But nah. Me and Goodell would have to do like a whole little routine.
I don't know that I would do because Goodell, it's super friendly on Thursday. In 2 weeks, he's gonna be taking your check. In 2 weeks, he's taking all your money. So. Yeah, man. I love watching the draft, but for those same reasons, man. It's not too often where you can watch somebody's life change in the moment.
Like and these are the guys who will be attending this year too. Just to kind of throw that out.
Yeah. So this is situations where like you're really watching someone life change. Like imagine watching someone hit the lottery. That's basically what this is.
That's what it equates to.
You're watching a guy who didn't expect to go number one, and it's like. Yo, tomorrow I can sign a contract worth $25 million per season. Like what? Like that's
signing bonus. So you're gonna get this as soon as you sign this and you give me your direct deposit.
And your account the next morning, green, millions. That don't happen too often, man. And like you can see the I think a lot of times you can see the weight. Like, I made it. So I love that because playing football, like we all had that dream, right? You know what I'm saying? When you start playing, like, oh man, I want to play in the NFL. So and it doesn't work that way.
Just a quick observation. No big men this year. No big men have been invited. None of these guys there's no old linemen on this list.
Yeah. You usually don't see a lot of old linemen at the draft, though.
Man, you see the big guys get up there. They be one of the first people off the board most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of times they be D linemen there, but you don't see a lot of old linemen there, man. A lot you might see like one or two, but a lot of times they don't be there. Now, as some people on there, man, it's some names on there, man. We can go
have the best suit on.
Who has the best suit out of all of them?
Who you think? You gotta have Caleb. Caleb, he gonna be the first pick. He gotta come in there.
I think Jaden Daniels may have the best suit.
He might have a little bit more swag.
Maybe Dallas Turner. Maybe Rome Odunze.
Oh, Doomsday could. He might. I can see
You know
him
what I'm
coming in
saying?
there with some white on, no
Yeah,
socks.
you know what I'm saying?
You know
Like
what I'm
some white and
saying? Hair
gold or
pin
something
up.
like that. Caleb definitely gonna come with some chromed out, diamond out fingernails. Drake May is gonna come with a preacher suit.
Yeah, he gonna look like FBI. He gonna be like an FBI agent. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. He gonna come in looking like an
Yeah, man,
FBI.
it's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, usually you have mad people coming to the draft. It's just like I think guys know, and I think teams tell them like, yeah, man, we're looking to get you second round or late. We'll see if we can move up to the first.
Well, starting next year, the players are gonna get to determine where they want to go in the draft. Because Dion has already said he's picking the teams that are going to take his 2-2.
You better hope they suck enough, or they willing to pay the price to move up.
Just saying.
I don't.
But if you're not gonna report to camp, I'm telling you, I'm not reporting to camp. You're not gonna waste a pick on me. I'm gonna sit there.
That's crazy.
You're not gonna waste a first round pick on me, KB. I'm telling you, I'm not coming.
That's crazy.
So Dion, they're about to hijack this draft. I cannot. Well, I'm excited about the draft Thursday, but next year's draft, oh, I can't wait. I believe Dion gonna act the fool. I really do. And don't let Shador be the number one pick. Oh my God, he'll probably beat Shador up to the podium.
Realistically, he could be. Realistically, he could be. The boy is nice. I can't wait to use him. I can't wait to make him transfer to Florida when the game come out, July 19th.
Oh, July 19th. We are. Oh yeah, I ain't doing no work. I ain't doing no nothing. Oh,
yeah, I'm working. Either I'm working from home, or I'm calling a day off. I don't know. I'll probably put a day of PTO in, sick day or something. I don't know. But July 19th, hey man,
going down.
If you know, you know.
Going down. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to get ready to cut this fight on myself because the prelims have already started. They just started at 7:30, so I'm about to cut the prelims on. Big matchup today, man. Y'all know I love MMA and martial arts and boxing. This probably more of my speed, but y'all know. Yeah, man. Devin Haney versus Garcia. Garcia has been doing a lot the last 2 months when it comes to antics and some of the things he said and some of the decisions he's made. So I don't know if those antics are because he's just here to get paid and he realized he's already got paid, so he's good. I don't know if these antics are to try to throw Haney off or maybe he's just trying to amp himself up. This is one of the first fights where I can honestly say I don't know what's going to happen. The bell could ring and Garcia could literally step out the ring and quit and not even want to throw a punch. I can see that. Like literally, this fight is all about to see really what Garcia is going to do and what he's going to say. And it's not even about the actual matchup of these two boxers fighting. So,
bro, Garcia is such a disappointment, bro.
Yeah, man. Everybody's been disappointed with the way he's acted, the whole situation. You expected more, I guess, from Ryan Garcia. You expected more out of the pre-fight, the build-up, but he's kind of put a damp on everything. And then not making weight. Yesterday, you come in 3 pounds over, so you got to pay $500,000 per pound that you're over to the other person. So that's 1.5 million you've had to give up. I really feel like at this point, man, he's just here for the bread. He's here for the money. So I don't think he's there to win the fight. But it's a fight. It's a boxing match. So I always say you can't play boxing. All it takes is the right shot, and it's a whole different conversation that we have. And so, what you think about the fight tonight, man? What you think about this boxing match?
Man, Garcia going down, man. Like I don't even think I don't see him fighting much longer, bro. Like it's just
this is the last one.
Yeah, bro. Like I can't. The way from the last fight to now,
right,
bro? If you would have told me Ryan Garcia would have been going out like this, I'd have been like, man, I'd have took that bet. But now, I'm like, fam, who is this kid? Like, who is this, bro? Who like why? Like, who is he? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, he's definitely one of the biggest immediate disappointments outside of like AB.
I was just about to say Adrian Bronner or Antonio Brown, whichever one you want. You can pick either one of them two. Are probably both equally as disappointing, man. Somebody needs to take Antonio Brown Twitter account. Cause boy, this
Hey.
that last one was funny though. I ain't gonna repeat it. I ain't gonna say
About
it.
Caitlin Clark.
Boy,
Man,
I died laughing. But it's wrong, like
that's 100% wrong.
That was for the hell the 40, 50 people watching for the go type in. What did AB say about
Hey man, that man is wild. You hear me? That man is wild. But yeah, man. So that's the fight, man. I'm not watching the fight tonight. I'm not even. It's like watching unless
you ain't got nothing else to watch. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's just like
the NBA games. I think about to probably be blowout for the rest of the day, but we'll see, man. Draft is on Thursday. The show tomorrow we won't have. Like I said, I'm gonna take the kids to the Universal Soul Circus tomorrow, man. During the show. So we're gonna get out tomorrow, man. Do some things, kick it with the fam. What you got planned for the week, my boys? NFL draft Thursday. We might be on Thursday. We might not. Just depends on kind of how it goes. That draft. The 1 year we did that draft show, that junk lasted to what, midnight? We was
bro.
on
The first round should not be 3 hours, bro. Like I was like, fam, what is this? I was like, I'm not staying. We got to like pick like 17. I was like, fam, I'm not staying on till no 11 o'clock at night. For like, I don't get it, bro. Like each team gets 5 minutes.
And if they have the longest 5 minutes in the world, like dog, I know it's probably short to them because they're up there in the war room and it's a big decision. And you got Arthur Blankenship over here, you got Rich McKay, you got the coach.
The first 7 picks should fly off the board.
I don't understand why the first pick takes so long. You've had since January to know you making this.
And we all know who. And then they picked the person we all was thinking anyway. It's just like, fam. So yeah, man, we might get on there for a little bit, man. Might give me some like pizza and wings, man. Just
man, we might a little bit. I think the Falcons and the Raiders are picking relatively early, so I own personally.
Yeah, I think we had like pick like 12 or 13, something like that.
We had 8, so we're not too far. So we may jump on Thursday, man. Briefly, we can get a panel together. Maybe we get a panel going. Some representatives from different teams, and have them come up here and talk about their team, talk about what they got going on. I know we probably have Lenny on for the Cowboys. My father-in-law, we're gonna start bringing him on for the Eagles, or him and Ken for the Eagles.
Probably tell my dad to get on. He a Jets guy.
Yeah, have Pops come on. We'll organize that for Thursday, man. So Thursday we'll try to put together some type of round table type conversation, even if it's just pre-draft, because again, the draft is long, so we're not gonna do the whole draft. I'm just telling you right now. Your team is picking anything outside the top 15, we probably ain't gonna cover it. I'm sorry. I love it. We'll do it the next show, but that night, bro, Thursday night, probably the first 5 to 10, 15 picks at best.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, man. Outside of that, man, I got my softball game on Monday, and that's what I'm saying. We
okay. That right.
Undefeated right now, by the way. We undefeated right now. Shout out to the bench warmers. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's what it is. Don't go out there and hurt yourself, no.
No, boy. Look, I stretch and we good. I almost hit a home run last week. Almost. I'm getting there. But all right, man. We out of here, man. We've been on this thing. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, enemies, everything. YouTube, subscribe. Facebook, follow, subscribe. If you're watching this on a replay, we're going to replay this tomorrow when we usually get on. You watching the replay, hashtag replay, man. Comment. We respond to comments. You know what I'm saying? You respond. You want to go toe-to-toe in the comments, we do that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever, whenever. Until then.
Peace.
Hey, we out.
I ain't never played sports. I always have, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.